Zone 2 Swimming Championship is coming on and to be hosted by a nation, no other nation here in Africa of the 54 countries but Ghana. And I think this is a very proud moment. I mean, this shows how far we have advanced in terms of swimming as a sporting federation or association. Most of the time, whenever we gather here, we gather to really showcase our achievements in sports. The attention usually shifts to football. But Ghana, indeed, is a multifaceted when it comes to sports. All the other swimming clubs that we have here have a lot to show. And I'm sure that this is an opportunity for us to demonstrate. And I was not so surprised that when the International Federation for Swimming came to Ghana and other nations to assess for their readiness and the capacity to be able to host the 7th African Zone 2 Swimming Championship. They had no other country than to select Ghana for the first time in 2020 to host it. This is a great achievement, and I must congratulate all the executives and the sponsors and membership of the Swimming Association for this feat that we have shot. I think it's a great, great demonstration that Ghana is indeed ready. So I'm not surprised that when the whole Africa met in Morocco, and I think earlier on, with the support of Dr. Owusu Ansah, you remember when they had to assist the minister to showcase what we have. And it came before all the 54 African nations, the AU, they selected Ghana to be the next hosting nation for all African Games, and today we call African Games. I'm not surprised also that when we went to the Morocco just last year to be among the nations that competed for medals, Ghana from its 20th position was able to move 5 points ahead to the 15th positions with many medals, gold, silver, and bronze. All these achievements by the demonstration of the federations, including the swimming. I think all of you are doing so well, and swimming, I praise you, and swimming, I want to congratulate you for achieving this feat for Ghana. We are going to see a lot, and especially when the hosting is going to be here in Ghana. People have been asking whether we really do have the swimming pools which are of international standard, the Olympic standard. I'm sure that even the media, not many of you even are aware of what we have, but I think that they are going to demonstrate it. Normally, when we talk of swimming, I think our mind is cast to Kumasi, KNUST swimming pool, and so on and so forth. I didn't know until I came here and to be working with the Swimming Association that there are so many venues within our own country, Ghana, that meet international standards. And I'm very pleased also to inform you that the minister, the hard-working minister, with the support of the president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, is also supporting this ministry to be able to also add on several swimming pools that have international standards. In fact, 3 of them, with the support of Ghana Gas, we will make sure that these ones are also ready and available to support the 2023 African Games. This particular African Zone 2 swimming is coming off next month. It's so close. And I think that this exercise should have been done long ago, but I think that many other competitions also probably needed also the attention of the ministry and the National Sports Authority. But then over here, we are here to report to Ghana that it is not just by the launching of this local organizing committee, but it's also a demonstration that already some work has been done, and that come 6th and 7th of March, we are going to begin this particular tournament or championship. And we are expecting 22 different nations to come in here to compete, many of them bringing in as many as 50, and Ghana raising so many also to be able to go and compete among these nations that will be competing. I think that we have a lot to demonstrate, and we believe that Ghana will be able to emerge as a winner. Host and win. I think that has been our mantra, host and win. So this time also, we expect that Africa and Ghana here host this particular tournament, and and win several medals. We're going to get a presentation from the Swimming Association to show to us what they have put together. And immediately after that, I will step in also for Minister to launch the championship and also today inaugurate all the subcommittees that have been set up. The committees that include technical, protocol, and security, logistics, and finance, and sponsorship. All of them have been working. And we will really bring all of them before our guests today and also demonstrate them, present them to Ghana to see the kind of effort that they are putting up together to be able to get this particular championship to make it a success. On that note, I call the leadership of the swimming to come and make a presentation on this particular championship, and then we follow up with the rest. Thank you so much.
First of all, I'll thank the ministry and Professor Tunisi for helping us through this and listening to us when we brought to him the attention of the invitation about to happen. He received us gladly and was prepared and is prepared to help us through this. We have done a lot of things already. We couldn't wait for the ministry to start preparations. We've had several meetings. We've had committees, other committees to take up the mantle already. And I would say a lot has been done. The swimmers are also training vigorously for this competition to make sure we win medals for the country. We are here to commission inaugurate the committees. So that we can keep on working to bring this competition successful. And thank you so much.
We've been joined on the high table by no other person than Honorable IGC, the Mayor of Accra, who doubles up the voter for
You assured us of your support, and subsequently there have been a series of meetings that had culminated into this inauguration today. We are fully aware that it's still a challenge for us because of time and the resource mobilization, but we are bent on making sure that we organize an event which is going to be memorable, because we believe strongly that swimming is not just a sport, but it's also an opportunity for people for leisure, and it's also for health reasons as well. So there are multiple benefits that you could derive from swimming, and I've been very passionate about it, and I'm quite hopeful that with the support of the ministry, indeed, we will organize an event which will attract more international events to Accra, Ghana, especially when we have an international pool. But when you said that I'm a great sponsor, they applauded fine that indeed I'm a great sponsor, and you know that I'm a great sponsor. You know very well that I'm a great sponsor. You know, so and very passionate about that one. And let me say a very big thank you to Madam Sarah Asafo-Adjei. She's been a pillar that everything is revolving around, within this shortest possible time. Last night, she hauled me to a house to render an account of what I'm supposed to do. So you could see how, if you have a very experienced leader, what they can do. And not to forget the association members, everything that they have done. But in terms of leadership and how this thing is going to be very successful, I think that she's shown some remarkable leadership, and we need to applaud her on that. She just makes phone calls to people, bring money. Phone calls, bring money, and we have become the legwork for her. So we will continue to do so till we make sure that we get the needed resources. And we are quite hopeful that by the time we leave here, the NSA and the ministry will also indicate their clear support to us, so that we can add it to everything that we are doing. Thank you very much.
The nation that is hosting, which is Ghana, must also ensure that the protocol is fully followed. And one of them is for us to constitute a local organizing committee, and also then split into divisions of subcommittees, also to be headed by also reliable individuals or citizens of the state. We are lucky to have the International Games and Competitions Committee. It was established last year by the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable IGC, and the purpose was to assist with all federations and to put out national competitions or national teams to compete both within Ghana and outside Ghana. So any other competitions that you really have where Ghana flag has to be also hoisted, then it means that the International Games Committee is behind that. And we are not leaving you also alone. We're going to also back you and give you all the support that you need. It's a ministry established committee, not NSA. So I guess you should know that it has direct influence on the decision of the minister. All right, so we'll begin with the core local organizing committee to be chaired by Madam Sarah Asafoje. So I think you can line up here. Then Honorable himself, this with due respect, all due respect, I will claim your indulgence to join them.
Oh, okay. Remember.
My landlord. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times.
Truly serve the Ghana Swimming Association.
Truly serve the Ghana Swimming Association.
In the office of the local organizing committee.
In the office of the local organizing committee.
And that I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
Preserve.
Preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend the aims and objectives.
And defend the aims and objectives.
Of the aforementioned event.
Of the aforementioned event.
As established by the International Games Competition.
As established by the International Games.
Of the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Of the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. So you write your name and then sign it. We'll take a picture.
We'd just like to thank you for your support. Thank you for organizing this. Thank you for hosting this. Without any of you sitting over here, this would not have happened. I'd like to thank all of you. Thank you.
I want to give you remarks. This is not the first time Ghana is hosting tournament or championship. I think for the swimming, probably it could be the first in Ghana, especially with respect to this particular championship. I think we have done it before. Football, we did it last year, we did table tennis, we did badminton, many others. And this year, many more are going to be also hosted. I think that we have that confidence that we can always host it successfully together with all our stakeholders, including the security agencies, including all protocol, immigration. I know many other countries will need the services. We are appealing to all of them. That is why we set up all these subcommittees to be able to raise and work with them to get a very smooth program to also showcase the capabilities of Ghana. As a nation, for Ghana, we have always been there. We have always been at the top, even from independence to all other things, competitions we have been. And we have the men. I think I saw the men and women, the athletes who just came over here. Some of them were with me in Morocco, and they performed excellently. And I believe that as we host, and now we are the ones to have guests in our houses, we know how to beat them. And definitely we're going to beat them. I think it's also a demonstration that Ghana is very serious about this African Games 2023 that we are going to host. When you see all the federations getting themselves ready. Now even including the traditional sporting association, they are all putting themselves together and getting themselves to go and also host the major tournament or games within the 2023 African Games here in Ghana, which we are all in readiness. Yesterday, I was with the minister, if you remember, the day before as well, also in Kumasi Sports Stadium, which the renovation works have also been kick-started. And the intention is that not only to renovate and improve upon what we have already in the stadiums, but also to add on additional facilities to be able to help us host this particular tournament. For Kumasi in particular, we identified a very big site that can also receive a swimming Olympic standard pool over there. And Minister mentioned it to the media, and that is going to be done. And I know that many other cities are also going to have some of the facilities we don't have. Already, the President, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, with his program of sports infrastructure development, which is going to add on 10 new stadiums. For the first time, we have never seen such an improvement. I mean, such a wild, aggressive development of sports infrastructure like in our days today. We've never seen such it before. And we are going to have 10 new sporting facilities, stadiums. And they are not just ordinary stadiums, they are multi-purpose. So you have all others. In fact, the last time when we counted, you organize about 25 different sporting disciplines in each of these 10 sporting facilities that we are going to receive. Many of them have reached their almost 100% of their completion. We start from we have one there, we have Novrongo in the Upper East, we have Yendi, we have Doma, we have also Nyinehini in the Ashanti region, we have also Axim, we have also in Ho. Connection here in Accra already, we also have one, and so on and so forth. Every region of the 10 old regions, each of them is being equipped with one of these facilities. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we are going to even have more. The President himself has indicated that the new region that just came after the beginning of that particular program will also receive one of these. And I think that sports is getting so many. I'm not surprised that the last time when they assessed the performance of the various sectors, our score was 79%. It shows that many, many developments are. But then the beneficiaries are the Ghanaians, the sporting federations, associations. And swimming is not left out. Swimming is not left out. And so I'm very glad that today we have demonstrated that the government can collaborate and continue to work with the swimming association, continue to work with all stakeholders within the swimming, and also get some of our talents that have been given to us by the creator himself, which are distributed across the entire country. I don't think swimmers are only at the coast. I'm sure we can find them even from the north. Yeah. When you go to the Tamale, I'm sure they are there. If you go to Bonga, I'm sure they are there. The only constraint has been the availability of what? The facilities and the trainers, the coaches. But I think that you are doing so. I understand that you have on your program this year to be able to train trainers, people who can also help to develop it at the grassroots, at the schools, and so on and so forth. We continue to encourage you to do so. But I'm thinking that this will be a platform to demonstrate it. And come next month, when we are going to organize this, I'm throwing the challenge to all the media houses to be able to really project what you are doing over there to the entire Ghanaians to see that. Because sometimes you want to be part of football, but it's only 11 on the pitch. If you can't do it, go to any of the other 43 federations, sporting associations. You can find your space there. You can do basketball, you can do swimming, you can do table tennis, you can do hockey, you can do box. So many, a lot. It's not only football. Let us all give the opportunity to all our young men and young women who are everywhere and giving the talent for them to be able to utilize it, not only for the improvement of their own life, but also within their families, because I know that Mr. Ansan, who is the American football player, Ziggy signed a contract for just 1 year of almost about $18 million just to play for a club. 18 million. You can imagine what 80 million can do to our economy. And if you have maybe about 10, 20 of these, this is just basketball. He was here playing basketball, and then they found that he had all what it takes to be able to play also American football. They picked him. See the boxes, the amount of money that they bring in. These days, I think if you are even a professor, you may not make as much as a wager. I'm not sure you are anywhere near. If you get more, then I know that you have all of them there in abundance. The African, the Kenyan is strong and capable. And I believe that this will also be a way of also demonstrating that Ghana can also raise such talents to not only to improve our health, as my mayor was saying, that sport is for health improvement also, but also to improve our own economy as well, and also the well-being of individuals. On that note, I would like to wish the Swimming Association in this 7th Africa Zone 2 Swimming Championship, and on behalf of my Sector Minister, I declare this particular championship duly launched. Thank you.